Go live.
Yeah.
Okay. We're back. I'm just going to tweet out that link real quick so people can see it. All right. That sucked. Oh, we're back. Sort of. Nope. Twitter. Let's tweet out this link real quick. We died, but we're back. Link. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, hopefully people will just trickle back in as they find us. Stream died.
And then maybe
link. I posted it in my Discord as well.
Maybe unpin the old link on your Twitter.
Yeah. Or reply to the old one, maybe. We can do this. We can do this. Technical difficulties. Okay, so remind me not to do giant upscales on stream anymore, eh?
There you go.
I've never had my computer just shut down before. That was special.
Yeah.
Okay, let's...
Like, it makes sense to, like, freeze every now and then, but, you know.
Let's pin this one. Yeah, pin this one, and then I'll also add it to... Ooh, the old one. Stream died. New link. All right. Well, we have people. Oh, look, there's people. People have arrived.
Oh, nice.
That might be the shortest stream I've ever done, actually.
You can't even, like, post the first half, huh?
It's posted. It's up. It's
Oh,
saved.
it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll just make this part 2 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right. Let's get Comfy back up, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. You still need like my video link or anything, or are you good?
No, I think we're still up.
Okay. OBS is still cool.
Good.
Yeah, we're good. Right. Oh, let me send you guys my screen too, so you can see that, of course. There we go.
Yes.
And we're back.
Got it.
All right, let's load up Comfy. Yeah, somebody feel free to donate me an H100. I will put very good use to it.
Oh, that's old tech. You need a B200 is what you're
sure. Give me whatever the latest $13,000 video is.
It's 50,000.
Oh, is that it?
B200.
Yeah, that's nothing. Then
Oh,
let's
cool.
go get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get one.
Let's put it on my card.
Let's pay that off for the next 80 years. Okay. And we're back in Comfy. I think. Holy crap. It's even in the same state. Good job, Comfy.
Like
nice.
Nothing ever happened.
Yeah. Good.
Everything's still connected and we're bypassed. Good. Let's just save this flow here. Yeah. Savey wavy. All right. Okay. Where the hell were we? We were going to see what this looks like.
Yeah, just running
without
it without high res, right? Yeah.
Without the upscale. All right. So yeah, before we got disconnected, we were talking about IPAdapter and the new IPAdapters. So this is the simple IPAdapter here. You notice there's just wait, start, end, and end at, and just the most simple setup stuff. But if you add IPAdapter Advanced, you get access to a lot more fun stuff. So with IPAdapter Advanced, we can have an image and an image negative. Attention mask, clip vision. So you can actually set your own specific clip vision model. Whereas the unified loader and the simple one don't even bother. We have the weight. We have the weight type. We have the math that it uses in which to combine embeds. And we also have the embed scaling, which I don't understand. So you can change that all you like. I asked Machine Delusions about this, and he said that it is very mathy, and I was too stupid to understand in a very nice way. He didn't say it in a mean way, but he was basically like, like to make you understand that, I'd have to teach you a lot of stuff about math. So I was like, all right, cool, that's fine.
All
But
right,
yeah,
V
he's
V
like
only it
just
is.
they'll do different things basically, but he couldn't really quantify how basically because it's too esoteric. So yeah, that's working. All right, we're good. So this weight type actually has a huge impact on what IPAdapters does. And from my understanding, this is the curve in which it distributes the IPAdapter's weight across the context. So it's just like they're almost like curve types. Like if you see like interpolation curves, like animation curves, ease in, ease out, ease in, out, reverse in, out, weak input, weak output, weak middle, strong middle, and this new one, style transfer, which I haven't played with yet. Style transfer sounds pretty cool. I don't have any SDXL workflows right now to mess with. I've been living in ST15 ADIF world.
Yeah, same.
But yeah,
Yeah, same here too. It works like it.
yeah.
So
Like I make IPAdapter images with SDXL sometimes, but you know, for the most part, I'm living in ST15 land. But yeah, so an image and an image negative. Image is what you want it to look like. Image negative is what you don't want it to look like. So it's almost like a negative prompt, but for images. So one of the things that Matteo recommended was to load your image into the image negative and use this new node as well called IPAdapter noise and plug that into the negative and put the blur at like 5 and the strength at like 0.3. And what that does is it makes a filthy, awful version of this image, and it tells it that's what I don't want it to look like, and this is what I do want it to look like. So you can either do this or you can put in something completely different for your image negative. But the idea being it's going to take this blurry, crappy version of the image and try to get away from that and try to get even closer to this. So it's a really cool functionality we have now, having positive and negative images. But this actually goes deeper because we can we have embeds now too. We always did, but now you don't have to. You can actually assemble these things in the back end. So if I wanted to have more than one image as my IPAdapter source for one context, this is where I would combine them. So I would take an image and I would turn it into an embed. I'm trying to remember what that is. Encode. We encode the image into an embed.
Okay.
Okay. And then you could encode. Well, this is so confusing. Let's do this. Then you could encode a second image into the second embed, and so on and so forth. So you're actually just putting all these images together into one context. But the cool thing is, here I can say I actually want to subtract this from this, or I want to average it, or I want to norm average, or min and max. All of these math types, when combining embeds, do completely different things when you're combining the embeds. So you really have to sit and try stuff and try to get an understanding of what it's doing, because like, yeah, we just have way more options now than we ever did for IPAdapter stuff. So yeah, what I'll do is, was this done? Yeah, here we go. Blender logo and our diamonds and our cyberpunk lady. Bingo bango. And this animation is happening because of these masks, right? The RGB fluttering through and doing their thing. So yeah, let's take this stuff and put it in an image generator so we can kind of get an idea of what this stuff's doing more specifically. Let's clear this workflow, paste this crap. All right, let's add an efficient loader. We're just going to live in LCM land because it's super fast.
Makes sense.
Animate LCM. I'm just going to keep that at 0 for now. We don't really need it, but I'll have it there. Okay. We need an efficient K sampler. And we go boop, 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 boop. Now we need to feed this crap in. So let's start with let's just start with the simpler one, and we'll do this encoder stuff after. We'll start with advanced. Move you out of the way. Okay. IPAdapter advanced model comes through here, goes through here. No, it doesn't, because we need a IPAdapter unified loader. Model IPAdapter plus. Okay. Let's just do a simple image. We'll go with this one, blah, blah, blah. I'll say 4K for the prompt and NSFW nude for the negative. 11 steps, CFG of 2, LCM, and SGM uniform. All right. So that's pretty good. Did a pretty good job here. Now, what happens when we start changing these settings? Change weight type to ease in. That's a very different picture.
I like that though.
Ease out. Ease in, out. And oh yeah, let's also make sure these are all the same seeds so that you can see at a glance that they're not. Let's do seed everywhere. And fixed. 42069, bro. Oh, that one's crazy. Weak input. Weak output.
Oh, wow.
Joviak says, try stuff. Unsubscribed. If I wanted to work, I would have learned all this stuff in the first place. For real. Weak middle. All right. Strong middle. Yeah, like... Okay.
Wow. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what the style transfer does. It might not do anything. Okay. It does work. It's interesting. Now, I don't know if the combine embeds does anything when you're not actually combining embeds. I don't think it does.
Nah,
Pretty sure that was the same image. Was that the same image?
It was.
Yeah. So this combine embeds is really for when you're stacking embeds together. You can do things with them. All right. And then we also have the image negative. Let's unplug that. So it's definitely doing something. I don't know if it's doing anything good. I guess it looks a little better. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That's the thing with this IPAdapter stuff. It's all so subjective. There's no objective answer. Like, this is a better one than this one. It's just what's ever better for the situation you're in. So yeah, that's why I mean, play around. Like, you saw how completely different these results are based on the adapter type we were using.
Yeah, JBoog was doing XY plot, like all the different like ease in and all that stuff with little 50 frame video clips, and it's stylistically different, like significantly.
Yeah, I got I don't know where it is, but I built a similar. I did one for doing images. I don't know if I saved it though. Like a boss. I don't think I did. I'll just load every JSON I have until I find it. Compare IPA. There it is. Ah, yeah. All right. So this one.
What was that?
So this is Hugh Jackman. Hello, Hugh. How are we doing, Hugh? Hugh is about to go through every type of IPAdapter weight type we have. Go forth, Hugh.
So is this essentially the only way you can do like an XY plot?
No, there's many ways to
Comfy?
do it. This is the one I chose this one because I wanted to be able to add these titles to the thing so you can see what they are. Otherwise, you can't. You can title the plot. So the automatic ways of doing this, you can put a title on each plot, but you can't put a title on each column or each row. Like I needed a text in each box basically to explain the different weight types. So you'll see in a minute what it's doing once it combines everything together. Here we go. So basically now we can see at a glance what each one does. So we've got the original image, linear, ease in, ease out, ease in, out, reverse in, out, weak input, weak output, weak middle, strong middle. That style one didn't exist when I built this, so I guess I have to figure out a way to do 11 images now. But as you can see, it's just a huge difference in what they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's grab. Let's try.
I hope you like complexity because we put complexity on your complexity.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, there's like, it's literally just a guessing game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really enjoying. I've been really enjoying the weak middle one, weak middle, and I think I forget what the other one is. But again, it is like, I don't know, the ones that for animation look different, the ones for, you know, real people look different. It's just
for sure
a lot to do here.
I really like reverse in out, but that also depends what you're looking for.
Yeah, like this looks nothing like the input image, but it's interesting.
Right.
Like it looks
yeah,
good.
yeah. In this case, yeah, it's like not really what we're going. Were you about to say something, Patches? My bad.
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Your reverse in out seems to always make it a lady.
That is interesting, though.
And you're innie into an outie.
Heisenberg. Nailed it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would show you guys how to build this, but you would fall asleep. I mean, it's really just grunt work here, just building this grid system.
Yeah, that can be for another time, because I'm curious to like, because I definitely need some like kind of XY plot workflow.
Yeah, I'm sure there is a like XY plot plugin thing that works great. I just haven't found it yet.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the one thing I do miss from Automatic 1111 is that you could easily do that.
Yeah, like there's like a CR image grid panel, and you know it's good because you can, but a lot of them don't have any way to like annotate the images. Like you can't put any text on it, so like you just have to remember what the grid is, and that doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, that's
because I will never remember what order they were in.
Right.
Oh, there's our Heisenbergs, and again, Lady Heisenberg, reverse in out.
That's so weird. Right.
Reverse in out sounds like it does the inverted input. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what that means, but yeah, maybe. The efficiency node has a dependency connector, and there is an XY plot node. Okay. Oh, the script one?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's nice. What's in dependencies? Oh, okay, a loader goes in.
Just the efficiency loader. Okay.
Oh, I see. Comes from here. Dependencies. And then X and Y, what are you? X, Y input, seeds, batch, add return noise, steps, CFG skip. Oh, is this all we can do? Seeds and... Yeah, I seem to recall playing with this, but being mad that I couldn't do anything other than these 4 things.
Because it's limited. Okay.
CFG scale steps, add return noise. Right.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, basically I understand why it's a hard thing to do. Because there's so much room for that to go wrong. Like for this, I have to calculate the width of every cell, you know, concatenate everything together. Like this basically just slaps these 5 images beside each other, slaps these 5 titles beside each other, and then just slaps them on top of each other.
I see.
The whole, it's just concatenating things together with KJ nodes, image concatenate. But this isn't, it's not responsive. It's not, like I had to build everything. If like that thing happened today where style transfer comes out, I like to add in 1 more is going to be a nightmare. Cause like this was 10. So now it's 11. I have to decide if one's going to be a little longer. And then the tensor size is going to freak out every single time because this one isn't as long as this one. And there's just like, yeah, I don't recommend doing it this way, but it's the only way I could get it to do something I could just drop on Twitter so people can see at a glance what each one is doing. So, but yeah, that's a simple XY plot there. You like that? Super simple. This is my favorite part. These cables. Oh, good Lord. But then we can just change it to linear or straight and everything's fine, right? See? Organized. Not scary.
That does look better.
Okay, let's go back to the other workflow I was just working on. This one? Yeah. Okay, so we talked about advanced. We talked about combining things. There's a new node that's really important for IP adapters called the tiled, IPAdapter tiled. So to understand why tiled is important, you have to understand IPAdapters looks at 224 by 224 pixels square. It can't see anything other than a tiny square. That's what the clip vision sees. So what tiled does is it takes your image, like your input image, like in this case, this one is wide, right? It's going to tile this image up into squares that clip vision can see. And then it's going to explain to clip vision what order they're in and where they're supposed to be so that you can look at the whole image instead of just a square in the center of it. As a result, you get much better coherence when your input image is wide or tall. It just works better even with smaller images. I find sometimes it just sees it better. I don't know why. Maybe it's tiling even when it's small. Yeah, so it does take, I would say, anywhere from 20 to 40% longer to do tiled runs. But it looks awesome. So if time is not a factor and you want to just like make good stuff, highly recommend swapping out these with tiled. So let's do that here. Just add these tiled and just wrap them through the exact same way. Model, IP adapter, model, IP adapter. And we do not need to prepare image for clip vision for tiled. It takes care of that for us. All right, I'm going to get rid of these 2 because they suck. Let's try. Got pictures of my friends in here because they wanted to see themselves as Shrek. All right. Let's turn her into Winona Ryder and some weird shit. Some flowers. Perfect. So this is tall. Now let's do some wide and tall ones, actually. There, that's wide. Yeah, tall or wide. That's wide. Okay, let's try that. So here we have a photograph where the subject is on the left. So without tiled, this would break because it would just see the middle of the image. Same with this, we wouldn't get the sides, we would only get the center. And same with this, we would only get the center. We would not get the top green bars because it's going to crop into the middle and take a picture. So blah, blah, blah. I think that should just work. Why do I have an extra load image? There we go. Okay, and the other thing we need to do is plug the masks in. Mask. And let's try a different mask because this one's boring. RGB magic. Beautiful. All right, let's go with 2. So go double time, save some frames. If you want this workflow, it's on my Discord. It's just the RGB subject mask or context smashing workflow. It's also on Banadoko, but the Banadoko one is actually 6 colors, so it uses 6 color masks. There's a pack of masks available on there as well, so you can you don't have to make them or anything. I've done tutorials on this stream in the past on how to make them, so if you want to know how to make your own shaders, I think it was actually on the subject mask or the context smashing episode. So it was like episode 50 or 49 or something. There's like, I think 10 minutes in, I do like a, 15-minute Blender bash where we just go from open empty Blender to animated mask in about 15 minutes. So don't be scared. It's not hard. Blender's easy. It's just, there's a lot in Blender.
Oh, Blender is not easy, bro. Come on now.
It is. It's just a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's just because you can do so much with Blender, right? That's why it's overwhelming. Like you can do everything in there. So
I literally keep finding new sections.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, really?
Exactly. Like, oh, it can do that too. Oh, okay. But it's also why there's the meme of the annoying Blender user. Because like anytime anyone ever posts anything online, underneath it goes, you can do that in Blender, for free. It's like, we know. All right. So yeah, let's talk about what you guys have been working on lately. What have you been working on, Patches?
Honestly, I've just been attacking Blender with every single thing that I have. I'm like juggling a professional rigging course that just came out 4 weeks ago. It's like a 35-hour course. I've been doing sculpting on YouTube. Just trying to study all like the main UI plugins that people use, like Box Cutter and Hard Ops, and literally reading the manual. And yeah, just really, I'm going like 90 days. I want to actually get pretty good at Blender.
I'm very
because then
thumbs
my
up.
next goal is Unreal.
Very thumbs up for Box Cutter and Hard Ops. I'm also very thumbs up for learning how to do all that crap first, the hard way. But
Yep. Boolean modifiers. Yep, I did learn it first the hard way.
Yeah, but yeah, it makes it so much better.
That's actually what I'm doing with rigging right now. So we're doing the hard way, like super in-depth rigging course, even though I'm gonna be using like Auto Rig Pro, and there's actually some other third-party program that's really good. And I think my final form is actually gonna be Cascadeur for that kind of stuff. But I'm like, okay, let's get the foundation first, the hard way.
Yeah, because then when something goes wrong, you can figure out why it's broken, not just like, oh, it's broken, send a ticket. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, for sure. Being able to debug these issues is like the most important thing, really, and fast.
And then last thing I'll say about this, because it's interesting, is before I know I've been wanting to do 3D for a long time, but I've just been sort of, we were doing a bunch of warps and then AnimateDiff. And once I started learning 3D for real and starting to commit, I'd be doing it, and then some new advancement in AnimateDiff would come out, and then I'd spend like 3 or 4 days going back to Comfy and getting the new version of the vid to vid. And I noticed it like kept happening. So I finally had to let go of that FOMO of staying up to date on that. So it's interesting. You can definitely do more than one thing for sure, but man, it's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah. I'm like I'm sort of blessed and cursed with ADD, whereas I'm pretty good at picking up the needle and moving it around the record all day long. But that's not always the best thing, because like, deep focus is underrated. Like it's kind of awesome to be able to vibe on something for 2 hours straight without having to, go outside and run
I've been
around the block.
ADDing in Blender, so yeah, I'll do like one subject then jump to another, and yeah, it's been great though.
But it's nice because everything in Blender feeds into each other, so like it rewards that kind of workflow anyway. Like, just knowing, like, going back and forth between shaders and modeling and stuff. It all like and the shaders relate to your models. The topo relates to how the shaders look on your models. It's all just a big heady brew.
But that's what I've been doing.
Do you want to show off your latest piece there?
I got a couple.
Let me pull your screen up here.
Ooh, excited.
I was actually just rotoscoping a ballerina to throw it through AnimateDiff.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm meaning to. We were looking for new styles the other day, and we figured out 3D printer filament is a good IP adapter style. So you can have people made out of 3D printer filament, and it's been great.
Interesting.
Let me try and increase the size of this window.
I can.
Because it looks a little crappy. No, I mean my it was me. It was you were good.
So this one took me 5 days. It's off of a course on CG Cookie. They had a colored shell, and then they had their own layout of the gears. But we basically reference modeled these gears. They're all actually from an exploded view of a camera. So these are all camera parts that we reference modeled. And then once I sort of understood the strategy of what they're doing, I was able to make my own internal gear layout. And then at the end, instead of an opaque shell, I went with this glass shell. But yeah, really happy with how this came out. It took me like 4 or 5 days, but if I had to redo it again, I could probably do this in like 2 days.
Yeah, it looks wicked, man.
All the animations are driven procedurally. So none of this is keyframed. It's all
drivers.
Was it actually it's hold on, I know it. It's event graph modifiers, which is like similar to drivers. It basically puts a sort of a sine wave in the event graph, and then you can like the jitter is from noise, and
nice.
So that's my latest one right there.
Looks great.
Thanks.
What else? What else you got?
To get better.
Show us
I got
one
more 3D one. I was like, I bought this a year ago. Flip Fluids. It's an add-on for Blender. And then I finally, a couple days ago, was like, you know what? I'm going to learn that. So it was good. It took me like 3 hours to sort of learn it. You have your domain and of the fluid, and then there's like an inflow and an outflow and stuff. And then there's a movement modifier you can't see. So there's like a line in the middle that's actually like spinning. And that's what's moving the water. And then once it was all done, I just ran it through Touch Designer, which I'm barely learning to get the audio reactivity.
Move the playhead
so
around
those are my
the beat.
My little 3D things, and then I just got my old 2D stuff, which it's great, but I'm finally able to let go of the FOMO of doing these. Like this was an old AnimateDiff. I think this was my first like actual.
That's the what's her name?
Influencer
that's who does stuff really fast, right?
Dude, they're literally making so much money.
So crazy, that is so crazy,
so ridiculous. And here was my first attempt at Unreal. This is an uncalibrated single camera mocap, so that's why you can see he's sort of like jank, but it still did really well because it's just funny.
Yeah.
But then later we'll be able to do a calibrated 1 or 2 camera mocap, which super increases the quality of the movements and stuff.
Awesome.
But yeah, so really just going all in on 3D. That's what I'm into the most.
A lot of skill sets in your arsenal, man.
I need like A hyperbolic time chamber.
Don't we all?
I'm really stoked to have Legend talk about his fashion show. Yeah. Actually,
let me pull that up and talk about it. Or do you want to pull it up? Do you want to pull it up on your screen while Legend talks about it? That'll be easy.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let's do it on Insta.
Tell the people what you've been up to, Legend.
Yeah, so just recently released a fashion show, which I call the Pink Panther Collection. It's going to be the first of many, but essentially I'm trying to pave the way for AI to commercialize more of AI within the fashion industry. And I basically went through a subset of outfits, which I fine-tuned utilizing Stable Diffusion. And then with a mixture of Stable Diffusion, AnimateDiff, Runway, Gen 2, and then I even use Hyper for one scene, if you guys are that.
No, what's Hyper?
Hyper is essentially like Runway. It's a new model, new website. They're allowing individuals to utilize it for free for right now for research purposes. But cool. I can say that Runway is significantly better, but Hyper is an availability for you guys utilize to do image to vid, with if you want a like free version, if you will. But just to piggyback off the fashion show, I created it. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but I wanted it to make it seem like as if you were actually there. I started the video out in a way that you're arriving to this event. You're getting out of the car, you're entering the building. It even has a subset where like one of the females within the video are being interviewed. And then the show starts. So I kind of wanted to streamline this process the same way you would a normal fashion show, just to kind of show that relatability that it can be done, all throughout AI. So it got a lot of great feedback. Even had some models and stylists asking when they can be in the next show or how that would even be possible, which which exceeded my expectation, to be honest, because then it allows me to see the opportunities that this can bring. You know what I mean?
Big time.
Because like even if I go to YouTube, right, fashion, there's little to none, right? So this is a good way for me to get on top of this trend, if you will, and then help streamline it so then that way it becomes commercialized. And then hopefully my goal is to start working with brands, clothing, designers, things like that, in the high fashion realm, and then be able to figure out ways to promote utilizing Gen A. But I'm really excited for that process. And this was my first test run of an actual fashion show that I orchestrated and designed all the outfits, designed all the models, all of that.
Awesome. Point in the audience would like to know what ControlNets that you're into for this. What did you use?
The ControlNets that I utilized were Soft Edge, Open Pose, and Depth were the other three main ones that I utilize.
The trifecta.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that is a great combo.
Rewatching this, it's man, it really blows me away. And I played both parts here while you're talking. Yeah. One of the things I love is how it escalates. And then, I love how you made it like an actual show that you'd be watching on TV, where it starts on the outside. You see the people arriving. There's like an interview. Goes to the Pink Panther statue, and then the runway outfits they're cool right from the beginning, but they're not as avant-garde, and you really just have it escalate as the outfits go by.
Yeah, and I'm glad you noticed that, because that's
so good, bro.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I definitely appreciate that feedback, and I'm also glad you noticed that, because that was the goal. And I notice a lot of fashion shows do that, where they start out with the more simplified outfits, and then it starts to expand and, evolve over time, kind of like telling a story in a way. And that's kind of what I wanted to depict throughout this whole process. So I'm glad you realized that. Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh yeah, man. No, really looking forward to the continuation of this, and I didn't even know that people were reaching out to you asking how to be in the next one. I mean, like I'd love to do a piece of music for the next one. Like this is and it's fine.
Yeah,
like if you don't pick that, but that's the you want your piece of art to draw people in and to make people like, yo, how do I get on this? Like you really touch something here. And you told me the other day, and I went and searched for AI fashion and digital fashion, and there's a little more for digital fashion, but not that much. You know, even I searched for
Yeah.
Blender fashion. There's some stuff, but it's very like untapped.
Correct. Yeah, it's a whole market demographic that is to be reached. And you said it yourself. It's like it can target, you know, models that I can incorporate, you know, utilize their movements, utilize Reactor to play, you know, for face placement. It can target music artists who actually want their music to be, you know, featured in the fashion show. It can target stylists to where I can integrate, you know, and you know, merge their version of what their outfits would look like and how they would normally style incorporated in the fashion show. So I think that's a really good idea, you know, be able to target multiple avenues in all areas like that. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the progression and future of this. So I'm just going to keep grinding.
Yeah, man, these are great.
Yeah, and thank
Super
you.
dope.
Thank you both.
Really inspiring. How about you, Pers? What are some of your goals for this, you know, next few months or whatever?
I am working on a few different. I got 3 projects I can't talk about, which is cool.
It's okay. Nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
which is
That's awesome.
Good problem to have. But as a result, I don't have time to do my own stuff. You know, I still try to bang it out when I can, and yeah, I'm working on a couple collections for Ethereum and Tezos, and yeah, I don't know. We're just I'm just kind of drifting right now, making stuff and consulting, and looking to get more into like making music videos and or at least stuff for music videos. I'd really like to pair up with like a kinetic editor, you know, like someone who's really good at editing, and then just generate lots and lots of crazy source material to be cut, you know what I mean? So that's
Very
sort
nice.
of, yeah, it's where I'm headed for right now, is trying to essentially make content for you know, find a partner editor kind of thing who's just like, you know, zany, as crazy as I am.
Yeah, that sounds
exciting.
interesting.
Oh yeah, but and you know, and just to basically, and to the learning all this stuff every day just feeds into the YouTube stuff too. Like the YouTube and Patreon, I'd really like to make, you know, a thing, like a thing. So like,
Okay.
yeah, everything I learn just goes towards that anyway. Teaching people how to do it. It all just feeds into everything I do. I try to build into a feedback loop. So, you know, it all snowballs eventually. It's kind of like the old, sort of like the old music business thing of like, you know, just become undeniable, right?
Yes, build your catalog. I
Yeah.
forgot about that quote.
Absolutely.
I forgot about that quote. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate like how much you give to the community. You know, you got this this YouTube audience that I'm not super familiar with, but I mean, 13,000 people is a lot of people, man. Like it's all relative, but that's a lot of people, and they're here because like you're giving, you're helping, and then I don't know if they know, but you come through our voice chat in our Discord and help us all out. It really takes a village, man, and it's awesome when people step up and do that. Like we really appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks. And yeah, that's just because other people do that for me, right? Like it's, you learn how to do it from other people. And for me, I don't know if you know Arendelle, procedural,
Yeah, a
3D
little
person.
bit. Yeah, I've been watching them on YouTube.
Yeah, that's basically where I got all this from, was just like watching Aaron and just like just, you know, just vomit out information to people, like just, you know, no ego, no bullshit, just, you know, like let's learn, guys, you know, like I didn't, you don't learn in a vacuum, so there's no point in trying to like take it and run away with it, because like also when you do that you become out of touch the next week anyway, because you're busy trying to store your secrets somewhere. But yeah, that's what we do here.
Yeah,
man, thank you. No, it makes a difference.
You know, I know I definitely appreciate it, because there's a lot of gatekeeping comes to this this AI stuff. So I definitely appreciate the ones that do, or the ones that are like you, that are willing to share and be helpful, you know, especially throughout the whole process. So
yeah. Well, the other thing about the gatekeeping is I don't even know so much about gatekeeping, but like trying to make a profit in a very short window with something that only you can do. That's fine. If you nailed it, you nailed it. Like Magnifique, They front loaded the costs.
Yeah.
You know, they've got something nobody else has for now. They know that someday someone's gonna just release a free version of it that's just as easy to use.
Actually, our homie
Midjourney Man is literally
yeah,
speaking in
just
chat
put
right
out-
now.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should you should check out the upscaler he did with his
I
homie
did.
Brad.
Yeah, go on Banadoko and check out Midjourney Man's upscaler. It's fantastic. I'm actually going to.
I didn't know he did that.
Spoiler alert! I am going to do a stream on it, so I might yank his ass online if he's willing to. Maybe I'll get him and Beast to come and guest.
You all like commit for
I'm
him.
all committing for him.
Yeah, they'll be there. They'll be there. Yeah.
When's he like? Let's go with Thursday night.
Yeah,
really
they're free.
Late.
They're free. I know.
Really late Thursday night.
4
He's like,
a.m.
but I have a date with my wife. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
We're going on YouTube. But yeah, I do want to cover that too. I don't do a lot of still image stuff, so that would be fun because yeah, pretty much everything I do is focused on animation these days. So it'd be cool to do a upscaling stream because that upscaler looks super powerful. All the
I usually don't get enticed by images anymore. And I mean, you know, here and there, but it's pretty much focused on animations.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a couple images, like consistently every week, Midjourney Man's putting up a couple images where I'm like, I have to share this, and it's not out of friendship. Like it's literally like it's so good that it's like you said, he's becoming undeniable.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of undeniable, Pixel Pusher is now speaking.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
I saw Pixel Pusher do the best performance art ever. It's sort of like an inside thing, but it should definitely be shared. We were playing a little Fortnite, you know, as people do. And then they came out that Lego Fortnite, and we played it for a week, and it was cool. And then we sort of moved on, right? Because it's like, you know, what are you going to do? Play Lego Fortnite for the rest of life? And so one day I see him messing around with Lego Fortnite, and I got a little like hostile. I got a little toxic. I was like, Jerry, what are you doing in Lego Fortnite? Like, come on, bro. Like, and 3 hours later, he's like, everyone, look at my screen. And we look, and he's got this like, it's like a grassy knoll with this like little like looking like an outhouse like house. He's like, yeah, this is my house. We're like, okay. He's like, and check out my bathroom. And he literally like out of a movie, like an Oscar-winning like cinematographic. He like looks over the hill, and there's this giant like Incan pyramid, and he goes up into it, and it's got like a golden toilet, and it's like and he walks up and he just takes a golden crap in the toilet. Like it was like performance art, and it literally like affected me to my core, dude. I'll remember it on my deathbed, dude. I'm not even doing it justice. Dude took a golden crap in the metaverse, like, and made it art.
That's fantastic.
So, that sounds like J-Roo. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's better than I was even describing it.
How is Lego Fortnite? I give him the meaning to try it. I haven't tried it yet. What is it?
Fortnite in general is great. It's just it's a fun game. It's fun because
like, what is Lego Fortnite? I've played
it's
Fortnite
like a Minecraft. It's like Minecraft. It's cool. It's just, you know, it's a big time sink, so just tried it out for a week and moved on.
Yeah. Yeah.
But little did I know.
No time in my life for time sinks, but God, I love time sinks.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I like regular Fortnite because it's like just like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Rocket League. That's why I Rocket League. 2 or 3 matches and then you get back to work. All right. Well, this is looking dope. So that's the tiled one, and I actually do think that this has actually brought a lot more detail into the image. And look at these friggin' waves, man. What the this AnimateDiff shit is just off the hook right now. Like, why is the water so good?
Yeah. Splashing on land and everything. It's simulating very well.
It's crazy. All right. Whoops. So that's tiled. We got advanced. Oh yeah, we got a let's subtract a context from another context, which is one of the weirder things you can do with IP adapters.
You talking about utilizing the negative input?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
Let's
Gotcha.
do. Okay, so dead simple. This is just a default setup here. Bloop bloop bloop. stuff. 4K. Let's just say Apple. So this should just make an Apple, right? Do that stuff. All right. Oh yeah, we need a load of LoRa too. Not that one. Not that one. We'll get there. That one. Model to model, model to model, clip to clip to clip. Just in case that doesn't make sense, we plug the model through the LoRa, and we're just going to add the Animate LCM LoRa at 0. I don't know if it actually makes a difference. Whatever. So let's add the weird ass IP adapter stuff. Is it advanced? No, I need the encoder. Yeah. A unified loader. When you're just doing one thing, it's less nodes, but when you're doing something crazy, it's so many more nodes now. Yeah, we're going to encode into a combine embeds, and we're going to feed it into an embeds. I'm trying to remember how this works off the top of my head here. Yes. IP adapter goes in here, model goes in here, IP adapter goes in here. Yes, image. Actually, we need a prep image, I think, for this. Because it's not tiled. This is way more nodes now. Holy cow.
Yeah, it looks right, though. At least with the embed method. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a cool one. I think that's a Pexels image. I saw somebody use it as an album cover the other day. I was like, that's from Pexels, man. Like, it's like
they didn't
it's
even
cool, but you know,
hey,
it's fine.
whatever
but,
works, right? Yeah,
yeah. It's just like I know that picture. Like, Jesus.
They're not like, no, Stable Diffusion right there.
Yeah. I mean, you could put it through at like 90% denoise or whatever. Just be like, yeah. I mean, it's a totally different image now.
Oh, just to interject for a second, Point had said, "Are we discouraged by Sora?" Personally, no. I mean, so I'm learning 3D, right? So is Sora gonna replace what I do, or like is text to 3D or image to 3D gonna replace? I just don't feel bad about it. Like, even though I'm learning these like really technical fundamentals of 3D, or say you're doing video or whatever, yeah, when this stuff comes along, I'm just gonna use it, and then my technical knowledge will still like help me make little tweaks or whatever. But yeah, what I was curious what you guys would say to that question. Are you discouraged by Sora?
Not at all.
No, absolutely not. From my perspective, like Sora will just be another that. But aside from that, everything that people do, whether you're hand drawing, still video shooting with the camera, doing your 3D art, that's only going to make you more valuable. More people are always stating, that's going to take away jobs. So, but I feel like it's going to make those individuals more valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's a skill set that's becoming more unique as time progresses. Like, at least that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, you still have people who paint, on canvases, and think about how much, their work is worth in today's time, because it's now becoming more a unique skill set. Same thing with programming, same thing with 3D animation, all of that.
Yeah. I also don't think Sora is going to be affordable for us.
Ooh, that's a good thing too. That's another thing too. Yeah.
I think Sora will be targeted towards studios. I'll be amazed if Sora is affordable in some capacity, but I really do think it's going to be like, if we think Runway's expensive, we're just going to be laughing at how cheap Runway is compared to Sora. Because like, I mean, if you think look at the way those videos look, that feels like $50 a gen to me. In energy alone, plus their markup, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a valid point.
But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'd love to be wrong. Like, I'd love to be so wrong. I'd love for it to be so cheap and like accessible, because like it's just like, you saw those videos that came out the other day. Like, I want to play with that thing so bad.
Yeah, man, it looked really creative.
Okay, this is
Yeah,
a
the Shy
lot of
Kids one
nodes.
was nice.
Yeah, I really like that one. They're
Yeah, that
here
was
in
good.
Toronto. I had no idea. I'd never heard of them. They're really cool.
Oh, okay. There goes that error again.
Yeah, it's because I didn't switch it to plus. I never learn from my errors. I think that's what people like about the stream. I just make the same mistakes over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made apple cherries.
Okay.
They have little cherry stems, and that's just so this is concatenated. So that's what the old IP adapters did. It took one image, put it after the other image. So let's add them. Oh, let's fix the seed too, so that we don't.
Is that always your go-to number?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll also accept 8008135.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just boobies. All right, so fixed 111 to LCM. Yes. Okay, so that is added. That is concatenated. Concatenated is different than added, apparently. Now let's subtract the cherry from the apple. Now we're getting these weird faded. Dude, increment. Go faster. There we go. This isn't working as well as it was working the other night. I was making like absolutely weird stuff by subtracting. Super weird.
It's interesting. So with subtract, let's say for example, it's always going to subtract the second image.
Yeah, let's try something completely different. Let's try subtract people dancing from an apple. Okay. What is it subtracting? I don't know.
Yeah, right. Thought it would take away a little bit more.
Let's get Hugh Jackman out of this apple. Yeah, I don't know what this is doing now. Maybe one of my settings is wrong. Let's just go back to concatenate. See, it's not. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be careful on this because we're at a low CFG and I don't trust. It to not make something weird. Why would you start doing that? You weird little program. Are you making fruits again? Okay. All right, let's. Oh, because of reverse in out. That's the one that always makes ladies. That's why. This is so strange.
What?
Okay. All right. Is he holding a piece of an apple? Well, this is nightmare fuel. Well, we also have these negative embeds. We could try making another image and coding it into a negative embed. IPAdapter encoder. Split vision. Doop. And this will go into the negative. Okay, now we're going to encode. Okay, so what if we make This is so weird. Gave her a stem. Nailed it. So now we've made this the negative. This is the negative prompt. Negative embed. Can't tell if this is having an effect or not. Yeah, I'm not building an XY plot for this. People, go forth and do your own experiments. Let me know what the hell's going on here, all right? Oh, my prompt is still Apple. Oh. Second one's really taken over. Weird. Chicken. It doesn't even seem to be combining them.
Yeah, which I find interesting.
Unplug the negative. It's weird, right? Like, this should be way more chickeny. Now it's got lemons. Okay. Okay, so we've taken this now and subtracted this, and this is what we got. So basically the new IP adapters are completely uncontrollable and just like an absolute nightmare.
It just does what it wants.
It does. But it's cool because I think it gives more options is always better, right? Even if they're weird. Even if they're sausages.
That looks cool.
That's so weird. These like roasted oranges.
It's like a blood sausage and a blood orange.
This is if I take this out in a negative embed. Ugh.
Do you ever get discouraged by the RNG of this AI stuff?
I do because I do only, well, sort of, because like, what am I trying to say? Everything else is so controllable that like I don't worry about the RNG because I can either control net it, I can IP adapter mask, I can control the composition of what I want. So I'm really just trying to find weird shit in the latent space. I feel like a latent space like explorer, like just like going and trying to plumb the depths to find cool shit, basically.
Nice.
So
that's one thing I like
RNG,
about Blender.
I like the RNG.
Yeah, even though Blender's super complex, I like that it seems to have less RNG, or at least at this point in my learning.
Well, sure, yeah, it's a lot more focused result when you're making something for real as opposed to using AI. Using AI is more about taste and curation, really. Making art generators, art generating systems. It's a lot more like gen art than it is intentional art sometimes,
like manual art.
But you can get there too. I mean, it's all about how you use the
it
tools.
definitely bleeds together.
I don't even like to make these generalizations because everybody uses these tools differently. Like some people go into like Runway with an absolutely vivid, clear vision of what they want and make a wicked film or make whatever exactly what they wanted. Whereas I am more of the procedural, generative, like fuck around and find out type art where I just make stuff and then put the narrative together later. Like that's my approach. So AI is great for that. Blender's less great in the sense that I have to know what I'm doing. I have to have an idea. That's why I like making shaders and I like procedural modeling because it can start with nothing and you can just sort of iterate your way to something really cool. So yeah, like I like coming at things backwards. So I've always loved that about Blender. but there's also people that use Blender in a very, I have a vision and I'm going to execute that vision kind of way. And that's wicked too. I love that. It's not me. I love it.
More than one way to pet a cat. Yeah,
Definitely.
no, good answer. Good answer.
Yeah, all these things just empower us if we're not scared of them.
Exactly. Yeah, and again, that's why I'm not scared of Sora, or I'm a musician. I'm not scared of the music generators. Like,
no,
yeah, someone will make a whole album generatively, and it'll be great. But I'm still gonna go like perform my stuff at the coffee shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell, people still buy vinyls today. You know.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the other thing that I think gets overlooked a lot, where it's like, oh, yeah, it's gonna replace everything, blah blah blah. Like people still buy handmade chairs and like furniture and stuff, right? Like, and Etsy is a thing. Like, people still want handcrafted things. They still want handcrafted music. They still want handcrafted furniture, clothing. We can mass generate all this shit we want. We can 3D print stuff. Sometimes it's better when a person made it, and it's all about the result, really.
Yeah.
So I don't think the appetite for human made stuff's going to go anywhere. I just think that the AI stuff, for the most part, will hopefully kind of take over all of the sort of junk content that we're all making to survive. Like, I have to make 4 or 5 good posts a week at least. You know what I mean? That's a lot of content to generate. That's a full-time job, basically. And that's me making shit I care about and showing people. There's people that make 3 or 4 videos a day of shit they do not care about to get views. Like that, like the grind of the Instagram person or the TikTok person. Like, I think hopefully we can automate that out of our lives so that our pursuits become more interesting to us as people. I think if that's your grind, you love it, that's great. You should keep doing it. But I think if an AI can give me my news, I don't mind. I don't really need somebody spending their whole day scouring a website to give me the news, right? Like, so I don't know. It's, I hope or reality TV or lo-fi hip hop. You can love making lo-fi hip hop, but there's people that just grind out lo-fi hip hop and royalty free shit music all goddamn day. And that's their job, and it sucks. They want to be making their own music, but that stuff makes them money, so they do that, right? And so maybe we can automate that level of music, that royalty free streamer music, that throwaway music that like people do not care about. It's just background noise. Maybe if the AI makes that, we're off to the races. And then when I want to listen to Beyonce or Jay-Z, they're still around doing stuff. Right? Like, I want to hear the person's artistic vision, not necessarily the AI. So hopefully it'll just take care of all that placeholder shit that people have to make for their day job, basically, and we'll all be able to just make the stuff we want to make. That'll be more interesting to us anyway, so we'll consume the AI content as we need it, and then the human content's out there too. I do think there will be a flood of AI content, though. Like, it'll be a lot more than we're ready to deal with really fast.
That's like what they're already saying. Like on Facebook or wherever, it's just like the surge of images, Yeah.
It's going to be just an absolute barrage. But, whatever. The internet is an absolute barrage compared to when I was a kid.
True.
Yeah, it seems like this is the natural flow. Sorry, Legend, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I was just concurring,
Same.
Plus shit always levels out over.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to predict the future, and it's going to be scary for a lot of people and their job security, I think. But I also do think there's going to be a lot of new jobs. There's going to be a lot of new weird opportunities. I think the idea of keeping a job for over 20 years is probably dead. That sort of, I've worked at the company this long, I'm entitled to this, that I think that mentality's probably got to go the way of the dodo, because like these companies are going to spin up and crash. So if you're not agile, you're not willing to, freelance, dive, weave around and grind. I don't know, man. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
I ask any college graduate, are they having a good time finding a job right now? Probably not. They probably have 5 jobs.
That's interesting you bring that up, because one of my followers had hit me. It's a high school, and he was trying to like decipher whether or not he should even go to a degree because of how the advancement of technology is. Like by the time he graduates, his degree will probably be, won't even be valid for what he will be doing, things like that, especially with the progression of AI. So
that's what I think. Yeah, unless there's like a very specific thing you want to do, like nursing or radiology or whatever.
Right.
I don't recommend going to college. But yeah, it just depends what you want to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't knock it. It's definitely good to have that as a background if you're willing, But,
well, and yeah, depending on what field you're going to go into,
But it does raise the question or concern: what is a degree? For 5-10 years from now.
Yeah. Scary. It's only scary because we don't know what the future looks like. Maybe we'll get somehow we'll go post scarcity and somehow everybody will be able to eat. Who knows? I doubt it because human nature is pretty dark, but all depends if the AI is going to treat us like pets or like a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like cattle or like pets.
Exactly. We just got to make it feel sorry for us. But
imagine if it did like treat us like an old beloved parent and didn't care that we're all senile and stupid.
Yeah, just made our own those like senile villages they make for the Alzheimer's patients, where it's just like you just got this little matrix
senile village.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
No.
Oh, it's an experiment, I think, in Sweden or somewhere, and it's a small village in like a valley, and all the people that live there have Alzheimer's. They're like long-term care patients, and all the staff they work at there's a little grocery store, there's a little like church, there's a little like is everything in a little town. So the people they get to live in a little town. They don't feel like they're holed up in an institution. And the staff that works there they're all the nurses and stuff. So, they work at the grocery store, but they're also there and they understand that everyone there has Alzheimer's. So when they get confused, they're there to help them, get back to their house and get comfortable. But for the most part, they can live an independent life. Yeah. It's such a cool thing. And then the other thing they do is they have college students that live with them. So it's like you go to school and then your residency is you live with an elderly person who has Alzheimer's and you just kind of take care of them. Like it's part of your, I forget what it is. You know how like in high school they have the like social thing now. I don't know.
Like was it externship or internship?
Yeah, where you do something nice for the community. It's essentially that, but like
that sounds great.
It's a really neat concept.
Well, that is neat. Initially,
that's what I hope the AI does for us. Just make us a little city that we can all live in.
That would be kind of nice.
No problems. So yeah, IP adapters is insane. I wish I had more succinct information about this combined math and the what do you call it? The other one, the weight types. But yeah, my only advice for this stuff is to go forth and play with it, people, because it makes a huge difference in animation too. Like with AnimateDiff, the outputs are completely different when you use the different weight types. So
significantly different.
Yeah, IPAdapter has just become like a 97-headed beast essentially, because it used to do one thing and now it does all the things and a bunch of new stuff we didn't even think about. So. Yeah, let's try to make some weird shit then.
I'm almost done with my rotoscope. That's one thing I don't miss that much is doing 3D. I'm not really rotoscoping.
Have you tried
I did see
BiRefNet?
it yesterday. Yeah, no, it's definitely good enough. Like for well, depending what you're gonna do, it's good enough to just use it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looked good. It looked good.
I still have that workflow here.
Luckily I get to rotoscope with an XP pen. It's like way easier than using a mouse.
Oh, nice.
This ballerina's pretty cute. She's like a goth 25-year-old ballerina.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna turn her into 3D printer filament.
Yeah, this BiRefNet. Check this out.
Yeah, if you haven't seen this legend, this is nuts.
Yeah, what is it?
So
Auto rotoscope.
Yeah, they basically.
Really?
What was it called?
Oh yeah.
Robust video matting used to be the thing, but it's like not as good as this. This is like night and day better.
Okay.
I don't know what it's doing right now. What are you doing?
I wonder. I bet you Adobe Firefly eventually gets this kind of capability, like for video. Firefly for video.
I would imagine so.
You see the new style transfer thing?
Yeah.
Looks good.
I know Firefly recently had a conference announcing some updates. Just don't know exactly what it was.
Yeah, I didn't peep it.
Yeah, check this out. So it's doing the masking now, the BiRefNet segmentation. Watch this. Look at that.
If I finish my roto, we should.
What?
Yeah, it's tight.
Oh man,
that's a tight mask for
definitely something I'd use.
Yeah. And this workflow is similar to the other mask workflow, except I do the background, and the person as the RGB, and then we can mask it. So it's just a picture of me, my phallic spires, and this picture of Toronto.
So you have one specifying the ground, one specifying.
Yeah. So the red is this one, the green is this one, and the blue is
that. Okay.
The subject.
Gotcha. Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, new IPAdapter, Devin. It's advanced. Yeah, it's good, but it breaks every workflow when you upgrade it. So enjoy it.
And it's more complex, but it is better though for sure. I've been just watching JBoog do it yesterday and the day before, and after some tuning, it was definitely making way better results than the older one.
100%. Yeah, everything I've gotten out of the new IPAdapters looks better. There's more detail in the small stuff I've noticed, and I don't know.
Yeah, that BiRefNet is powerful. What pack is that in?
BiRefNet.
Oh, it's just its own. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing you have to do.
It's not its own custom node. It was built in, or
no? It's in ComfyUI BiRefNet. That's the name of the custom pack. The thing you have to remember is the segmentation node itself doesn't understand what an image batch is. So you need to convert a batch to a list, and then when you're done, the list has to go back out to a batch. So in this case, I'm turning my image batch into a list, plug the list in, and taking my masks out and taking them from a mask list to just like a mask batch. So if you don't do that, it will just all come up as the same image for the whole run, because it doesn't understand what a batch is, but it does know what a list is. I'm hoping they just fix that and this will just work normally, but that's why I was having trouble getting it to work in the beginning, because like it would just spit out a single image, and I was like, no, there's something up here. And it turns out you have to change it from batch to list and then list to batch on the way out.
And then where do you have where's the output for your list back to batch?
It goes to the mask to image, which blends into this to make it blue. So mask out is this essentially, and
Yep.
then I turn it blue, and then I stick it on top of the red and green that I generate.
Okay.
And then we
enough.
separate. We separate them from this. This is the final, and then it is then color to mask separated red, green, blue to these things, and then I just added a like red, green, and blue blend on top for me, so I can see at a glance what the colors are. But the mask thing just sees white, white, white because it's, you know, it's just looking at that area and doing that thing on that area.
It just alphas.
Yeah, the
alphas
RGB is just for us to understand which color does
okay.
what. It's so like when you do this, you know which one's doing what.
Makes sense.
I think my thing was up. Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's do 512 by 896. Oh, that's going to actually break this. Screw it. It's going to be cool. This is going to change where the box is. So it's going to be like a cutout over here. But it'll actually be, because I don't know what these values are off the top of my head. Well, it's actually going to be a cool composition. So let's just do it. This will... I also need to get rid of this, and I want to get a deep shrink in there because I went over the resolution. Okay.
What do you think of that alpha mask legend that they made, the automatic? I mean,
Man,
it's
that thing is phenomenal, especially if for social media purposes. I think this is highly beneficial.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
It's not perfect yet, but it's good enough that you can like just make posts with it. Like,
the thing is,
right.
IP adapters doesn't give a shit. Like, it was doing fine with my crappy masks. It's just way better with this one. Like,
yeah.
The only thing you need a real tight mask for is when you take it back into After Effects. So you want to do stuff where you're like flipping back and forth between the subject and the original video and stuff. Like, you want a good mask for that. But like for this is fine. But yeah, see what it did? Because my shape's in the wrong place. So it put like the background is like a cutout of the center. But this actually makes a really interesting I've made this
cool, actually.
Yeah, I've made this mistake before, and it actually makes a fantastic composition, because you get like this, like, I don't know what it's gonna do here, but the last time I did this, I got like this it looked like a giant window here. It was really cool. It was awesome. That's the thing about these masks. Like, there's all kinds of stuff we can do just with static masks and IPAdapter. You don't even have to animate them.
Anything I'm gonna have to try building this from scratch. That's gonna be nice. My bad.
Anything that makes it not look like every other AI video is great in my book. You know, it's like they're all sort of dead on shot, perfect rule of thirds. Everything's like.
Why are you calling me out? No, I'm just
kidding. I'm calling us all out, man.
I know, I'm just kidding. I wasn't even gonna do any more 2D, but you know, we were doing it today, and I had this this 3D filament like ballerina IP adapter, and then I saw this hot goth ballerina, and I was like, all right, I know it. I know what fate is calling me to do.
Is it? Are you running it now? Do you want me to pull your screen up?
Oh no, I'm almost done with the roto. But thank you.
I see. Yeah, if you want,
it is really good quality.
So. Yeah, let's switch over to your screen when you get comfy up, so you can see your process.
Yeah, I'll let you know. The new workflow opened up without any errors, but I think I still have to. Wasn't there some weird file name location thing with the new IP adapter? I haven't done that yet.
The unified loader.
Just pick plus.
Okay, yeah, the nodes are all working, so yeah, we'll see when we get there. We'll see.
Should work.
Where we're at in the stream.
All right. It still looks weird to me. I'm trying to figure out why. Something's funny. Ah, that's why. Wrong model. All right, that should be fine. Plus, yep.
What did you just change?
ADHD made me forget. Oh, model. Change the LCM model.
Oh, got it.
That
okay.
checkpoint.
Gotcha.
Clip G and H had to be named correctly for me, said point. Yeah, I ran into that one too.
That's the one that I'm predicting.
Because the clip vision just goes like, no input called clip vision or something. You're like, what the hell does that mean? It's no.
You're like, it's right here.
Makes sense when you know what's wrong. This should look better. But yeah, I think what it would look even better is if instead of using this IP adapter, we use a tiled one. So I'll swap that out next.
The output you have now, is that the most recent one?
Yeah.
With
See,
like
it's not bad. I just don't love the like slidiness of it. It's kind of weird.
Okay. That's with that weird box in the center too?
So that's because the input footage. Oh yeah, the box. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm surprised that didn't like
happen more.
Yeah.
I think the control net's a little hot. Back the control net off a bit.
I got you.
What types of changes for V1 to V2? iPad? Oh, IP adapters.
Yeah, just IP, yeah.
Oh, what sort of changes? Roll this video back. We covered it all, bud.
There's way more options. There's way more nodes, and
yeah, combining them has weight type curve modifiers, so you can decide how the weights are combined. You can also add or subtract context from each other when you combine them. So yeah, it's like 11 times harder.
Yeah, 8 to 11 for sure.
Okay,
and how much better? Like 2 to 3 times better?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's definitely better.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of this. Let's try tiled. IP adapter tiled. And this is the other new one, Matisse. Tiled IP adapter looks at the whole image instead of just a tiny square of it. Model. IP adapter. Mask to image. Nope. Color to mask. Mask. Jesus Christ. Okay, one sec. Let's move these down here. Mask to mask. All right. Come on, back up, buds. Scooby-Doo. And we need the images as well, which come from... We can go straight in. So now this should take a little longer, but it should be better looking. Mask. All right. This stuff, move it back up. All right. Ugh. Hey. So this might not make a difference on these two images because they're square, but it should make a difference with this one. But we might not have enough of the window to actually tell if it's making a difference. See, I don't love all this ghosting stuff we got going on here. I'm not sure why that. I think ControlNet might be. Let me try 125. No, 125 starting at 0.125. Let's end it at 0.5 and set the depth at 0.5. Just back off the depth quite a bit, and nose getting itchy. Stuff's melting. Allergy season. Looking forward to it. Yeah. All right. Let's figure this out. We can math this. Location X, location Y. We want X to be in the center of 512, which is probably 256. Location of Y. I mean, the height of it's kind of okay, but let's go up a little bit. 500, and then, or down a bit rather. And the shape, width, and height is actually going to be 512 wide by 768 tall. That should make this more downer and bigger. We'll see. That's looking better. That's looking better. It's still a little weird, but the tiled helped a lot. With the backed off ControlNet and the new shape mask. Whoa, what a terrible mask. Okay, you're too tall, I think, bud. Let's do 512. Move you down a bit more. Ah, that's better. We mathed it.
Yay.
So we backed off ControlNet a bit. That should back off the that ghosting stuff and the tightness and this office building thing going on here. We do want to definitely catch the skeleton though. Glad everybody found us again. That stream going down was very annoying. Rather annoying.
Yeah, good old computers.
Okay, well, this is nonsense. Well, I mean, the background looks great, but yeah.
Yeah, it still looks cool. Like you said,
the background looks phenomenal.
Even sometimes the trash looks good. You know, it's crazy.
This is what it thinks I look like, I guess. It's pretty close. All right, so I guess we need to turn the depth back up to 1. Oh yeah, that's right. A little known fact, efficient K-sampler has a bug where if you do something on if you make a change on the ControlNet chain and no other change, it doesn't run. It doesn't see a change. So you have to change the seed if it's fixed, or change the prompt, add a space, that kind of thing. Very annoying.
Oh, I've actually run into that. That's good. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's always like refresh my session each time.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no, it's because it doesn't see the conditioning change other than a prompt as a change.
Okay.
So when you change the ControlNet values, it doesn't see that as a difference, unfortunately.
That's kind of lame.
Oh, let's try CFG2. Yeah, some people hate efficient K-sampler enough to cut it out of their workflows. just love it. I don't know. There's something so satisfying about just going boop 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 across all the little. It's whatever. It's whatever. Okay, her shirt fell open. Let's go to 2. CFG of 2 should enforce this NSFW nude stuff. I am surprised that I'm getting such crappy results though, because it didn't look this bad before. Well, the efficiency node doesn't actually reduce any VRAM or anything. It's just easier to use, and it has scripts, which are pretty cool. Regular KSampler does not. So yeah, it's not really about efficiency in the sense of like speed or VRAM. It's more efficient to use in the sense that everything is in here ready to go. It does the VAE decode inside. It does prompt is in the loader. You don't have to do an external clip. You can or don't have to plug a VAE through. Yeah, the efficiency is not about your GPU. It's about your time. But if you're also running into problems every time you use it, it's not very efficient. So I use regular KSamplers sometimes, but when I'm building a new workflow, I pretty much always use efficient. Yeah, because like if you look at the efficiency loader, it's got the positive and negative prompt built in. You can load a LoRa in. You can load a ControlNet stack if you want. It's pretty cool. So the CFG of 2, it should stick more to the input. There we go. That's starting to look better. That's wild, actually. That looks really good. Lost my shoes at the end there, but
It's reacting to the water nice. What's up with the the opacity mesh going
that's
on?
from the depth. That's from this.
Okay.
For sure. What happens if we just kill depth completely and just let it use only the skelly? The skelly. Oh, see, ControlNet change didn't do anything. I gotta change the seed. There we go.
That's so weird.
See what I mean about never learning from my mistakes?
So like if you want to utilize the same, let's say, like would you just have to toggle forth and then, or would you just have to essentially just move on to the next increment?
If I wanted to what?
Like if you wanted to, because you just incremented the seed, right? Like one forward. But like if you're at a seed that you do like, would you just simply toggle it one and then toggle it back if you want to get back to the original seed?
It won't work because Comfy will think of it as the same seed. So you would either have to like add a space, like sometimes add a space to my prompt, or make one other change that's just like so minute that it's, like decrease the tile weight by like 0.001 or something. Anything that changes it other than ControlNet will trigger it. So yeah, there are ways to get around it. You can like even increase your motion scale or something by like 0.001, something that so minute you would never notice a difference.
Okay.
Like basically the same run. But yeah, that's just, you know, that's just a friggin' efficiency nodes thing. Like you don't have to use this node. I just like using it.
Yeah, I like it. I like the node, but yeah, running into that, I can see it could be very frustrating.
Almost done. I think this has become a lady person again. Yeah. So OpenPose wants to make dancers ladies, but oh man, that getting rid of the depth really cleaned that up though.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, it puts her all in the environment. I like that. But yeah, the whole changing your gender thing is interesting.
Yeah. It's weird. Make her a sack of oranges.
I guess you just have feminine features, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I started streaming in a maid outfit. Probably get more viewers.
Right, yeah.
Rest in peace, Snapcam. That would have been the easiest way to do it.
Snapcam? What's that?
Yeah, it was like this cool thing that Snapchat made for your desktop, and it was free. And it
Oh
was like
yeah.
all the Snapchat filters, so you could just like boop, make yourself a maid with no effort. But yeah, they're like, you know what, f y'all.
Yeah. What's the fun in that, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was so good.
Not like this.
Who knows what you're gonna get this time?
Yeah, this should be nonsense. I also think it's funny to watch AnimateDiff just shift through clothing. Like, it's like, I don't know. Shorts now? I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Shirt? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like what information is it calculating to determine that now put on shirts? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even see a dancer in this one. Like, I don't know what's happening. All right. Yeah, I guess that's what I asked for. So.
Yeah.
I wonder if depth anything ControlNet is better than depth ControlNet for this. This won't work. There we go. Run that again. I don't like those oranges at all.
No, I thought it'd be cooler if it did like a whole like, or you know, like a mini orange. He's like dancing on. Made them like super large for whatever reason.
I guess because the photo of them is really up close.
Okay. Looks like it's doing the same shit.
At least it's fast. Some stretching. Yeah, stand up, people. Get some water. Take a break. We've been at this for a while. Now, oops, sorry, microphone cable. We've been at this for like an hour, and we were at it for like a half hour before that, hour and a half. Before it crashed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, huh? Yeah, while that's going, I'm gonna take you up on that and get some more.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody? Yeah, get up, stretch your body. We sit at our damn computers too long. I do anyway.
I live off of my yoga ball. Like, I don't sit on
that's
it, but
cool.
I get up every day and just stretch my back on it. And I moved and I didn't inflate my yoga ball for like a month and I was dying. So finally the other day I just made it happen. And yeah, now every day I get to lay on it. It's so good. Stretch my back out.
Whoa. Okay. So depth anything is insane. What the hell is that? Is depth anything ControlNet broken? Huh. Weird. Let's just try a soft edge instead of depth. Screw it. Here. Here and here. All right, let's try that. Screw depth. Oh, is that just a ControlNet change? Yeah, of course. All right. Even swapping out ControlNet nodes is not enough.
What did it end up doing this time with the
I'm gonna
depth
try
anything?
head instead. I'm gonna try head instead of gap.
Oh, okay.
Look what depth anything did.
What?
It's kind of a trippy effect, but it's not at all what I wanted.
It's almost cool. I like what the wall's doing. Really.
You're right. It's almost
yeah.
cool.
The oranges though, kind of.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of weird texture on it.
It's almost like a liquidy reflective.
Weird. I see a face. Uh-oh. Okay, this one's gonna be wild, I think.
That one, it looks better.
Yeah.
At least from the latent noise is showing.
Yeah. New beer, who dis? Yeah, I should have got some beer. I haven't had a beer in like months. No reason. I just don't like it that much, but that'd be fun.
Beer actually sounds pretty good.
Just get shit hammered on stream.
I don't like beer either, but you know what's good is mead. Mead is really good. If you ever had that, it's like fruity.
I had honey mead once. I really liked it.
Yeah. It's right. That's what I'm talking about. It's so good.
I saw blueberry mead once, but I didn't get it, and I regret it.
It's amazing. I haven't had blueberry, cool. But I've had like peach mead or whatever, apricot mead. It's so good.
Okay, Head did a great job here. Look at how the stuff is like painted onto the floor and the walls.
Yeah, I like that. That's kind of sick.
I mean, it's still stupid because it's oranges. Maybe we can switch that out. Let's go with a nuke. A nuke and I don't know. Nuke and flowers. No, let's do a nuke and mountains.
Fire and ice kind of
ground. Now let's do the nuke on the. And then we'll do the. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, is this gonna? Yeah, it's actually way better, Matisse. It's like way, 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 way better. Take it from me, buddy. This here is not indicative of the testing I have been doing. Something is definitely fucky mugucky with this workflow right now. The tiled IP adapters specifically.
That's a roto. Jeez. Freeze.
That's a roto. Don't you hate it when you get like all the way through and then you go back to the beginning and there's a problem and you're like, oh cool.
I did that already. Because I'm used to that. So no, that was my second pass where I just did the little cleanup, freezing it, grab a drink, I'll be back.
Yeah. The freeze process always scares me with rotoing because it's like you always find that one.
You have to commit.
Tweaks out. Yeah, exactly. Like always.
All right.
Well, I can definitely say the head's definitely helping the soft edge. Is this still a tiled IP adapter output?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It is. Whoa. Nope. I just wanted. Yep. And let's just try the ADIF ControlNet. Yeah. Ooh, that's cool.
I like that.
Oh, actually, I could feed this. Yeah. Okay, ADIF control. Okay, let's just see what these do. You're off, you're off. So let's just ADIF ControlNet. What are we doing? 24 frames? Yeah. Alright, cool.
Would you just turn off?
First two.
Oh, just okay. So you're just doing the last control net.
So this could I just added? Oh, of course. There we go. I'm gonna try the AnimateDiff ControlNet, the ControlGIF ADIF ControlNet, with just the input footage and see what we get. Curious. Then I'll bring in open pose and then I'll bring in head, because I'm actually curious what all these control nets sort of do independently. Something I don't do enough testing on the each control net specifically.
I didn't realize there was an AnimateDiff ControlNet. That's cool.
Yes, it's weird. There's another one called Loose Control, which is really cool too. Loose Control. Look at these. So you see how you can.
Interesting.
Yeah. So if you use depth maps, you can do all kinds of wild stuff with loose control. It's pretty crazy.
That's actually kind of fun. Okay.
Yeah. Like you can block stuff out in Blender. It's like dead simple planes and boxes. Crazy.
I can see where that'd be useful.
Oh yeah, and like it can take any footage too. It doesn't have to be. Depth footage in boxes and stuff either.
Okay.
I don't know what this is gonna do though. I think it's just gonna push the pixels around, so there should like just be like maybe no dancer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's gonna do. It might just be some movement in the shape of the dancer.
I got you. Kind of like what the QR monster does, almost.
Yeah, it's a lot like QR monster, but more like with depth maps. QR really works better with constants. Imagining a basic 3D web editor for images on the workflows. Yeah, it would be cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, there's like a smoke hot dog just kind of floating along. You can see the input footage too. It's so weird. Okay. Well, let's turn you back off.
Yeah, that didn't do anything you wanted, but
I wonder if it would.
Still interesting.
I wonder if it would with OpenPose though, with just this and just OpenPose and no lines.
Let's see. I'm actually curious. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to change the seed or it'll do that thing again. Hey, I learned. Actually, I might as well set this to increment.
Yeah. At this point.
Oh. Just realized why it's coming through so much. This is what all of our ghosting is from.
Wait, what's that?
I'm feeding
encode input video.
I'm feeding the input footage into the VAE encoder. So it's not starting from a blank slate. It's starting from each frame of the video and dreaming over top of it. That's why there's like, that's why you can see all this shit up here. Like, it's not the ControlNet. It's the, that's what I think is causing all the gross ghosting and all this stuff. I have a feeling with this off, it'll be different.
What was your what was the benefit of when you did have it turned on? Like what? Like why incorporate it? I guess
you start with the frame, so you're just painting over it. So like it gets you really accurate movements with the people when you just use like depth and head and stuff. But because I was using depth and head at not 100%, it was fighting with the original image because it was trying to do something else, but it was stuck with the sort of burned in version of the video that's like being encoded on top of. So if you turn that off, you start from an empty place. When you back your ControlNet off a bit, it will give it the room to dream. Like, because right now you can like see you can see the video in the background, which is okay. But I bet if I have this on false, you won't see this as much at the top, and it'll be like more of a dream. But maybe not. We'll see. That OpenPose really helped get the person in there, though. Holy shit.
Yeah, it did.
Really, but I think OpenPose thinks every dancer is a lady. I swear. All right, so I've de-encoded the video, so this is coming from an empty space now.
And while this is loading, the encode input, you have a false and a true. Where are you pulling your values from?
What? Oh, here?
Yes, the on true and on false.
Oh, all this does is it's a latent switch. So in Christ Tools, this thing, you can add any type of switch for any type of input. So in this case, I've plugged a latent into a latent switch. The empty latent space from the efficient loader has false. And then the VAE encoder with the frames from the original video as true. So when I want to turn it on, I change it to true. When I want to turn it off, I change it to false. So you can just switch it in one click instead of having to rewire. Yeah. And these switches are insanely helpful. And even the switch you can plug anything into it. Like you don't have to use the specific switch node for the, the thing. But you can.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Thank you.
Super handy. There's also this cool fast groups bypasser. If you make groups and name them with this thing, you can actually it has all of your shit in here. So if you have like an upscaler, you want to turn it off, it just it mutes the whole group.
That way you're not like creating, because I've seen workflows where they had something in each individual group, but this would alleviate having to create multiple ones, right? Like you would just use the one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's very nice.
Okay, so it's still getting this, and I think it's getting that from ADiff. Yeah, so if we turn ADiff off and just go straight skeleton, change the seed. Matisse says this doesn't work for the API. Oh yeah, nobody cares about that, buddy. I'm just kidding. Nerd. Right. Yeah, no, you're right. The switches break API calls. So if you're weaponizing these workflows on a network of some kind, don't use switches. They break. Like if you're gonna turn anything this into a web app or whatever, they break. Or a Discord bot, or I don't know.
Have you utilized any API functionality with your work?
No.
No? Okay.
Matisse does. Matisse builds like in the chat there, he builds like full like web apps with his integrations with Comfy and stuff. It's really cool.
Oh, very nice. Okay. I'll have to learn from you, Matisse. That sounds really cool.
Like a nerd. Like a big friggin' nerd.
Just bagging on Matisse.
I just say that because I don't understand it.
Mm.
I just lash out because I'm just dumb drummer. Bring it. This is two people, so the open pose is doing something strange.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You guys see the new After Effects beta? You can't just bring in 3D models. You can actually bring in 3D models that have animations, and it'll run the animations.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
which is cool.
So then you can get your animated model all set up, and then bring it to After Effects and
that's good.
Plop it in the scene there on your camera track.
Hey Patrick, which I forget though. It only accepts certain file types, right?
Yeah, and before it was more limited. It would just take I can't remember if it was an FBX or an OBJ or whatever. I think it took like 2 or 3 types, but then now it takes another type that can hold animations in it. So they are like slowly expanding that out,
which is good.
Oh, when I just gonna gently cancel this. When I showed you that fast bypasser group node, I unbypassed my upscaler. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. This is how we lost the stream last time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're good. We're good. Woo. High res fix script is bypass. Should have deleted it. But yeah, if you want this workflow, you can go grab it off my Discord. It's also on Banadoko. It's called subject masking. Uses BiRefNet, the latest versions at the bottom, and also pinned on mine. I can't pin on Bano, but pin on mine.
Mm-hmm.
You just load a video into it. You tell it how many frames you want, how many frames to skip, and it does the rest. Put the 3 images in that you want the background, foreground, and person to be, and hit go. It'll rip the mask out, put the mask on top, do the IP adapter stuff, and yeah, then just start tweaking values until it doesn't look stupid. I think it's set up with like depth and open pose, but you saw as I did, you just grab the stack, copy it, paste it, run the values through, and then you can run as many control nets as you have VRAM for. It is not a light workflow though. It is coasting at about 20 gigs of VRAM. That's not great. You could definitely bring that down by chilling out on the control nets. I'm also doing inference at 896 by 512. You don't have to do that. You can do 576 by 320. That's looks great, and it's probably half the VRAM. Well, okay, so this got rid of the this got rid of the background, so that's good. This is useless. Bye-bye. And now let's bring our head back in. But we're going to start it a little late at 0.125, and we're going to end it at 1. No, we're not. We're going to end it at 0.65. So if you guys aren't aware of what the start and end percent, not you guys, I know you guys know, but the audience, start and end percent in a control net is when the control net starts taking over and when it stops taking over. So if you wanted to dream a bit first and then the control net grabs on, does the control net stuff, and then let go and let it dream the final bit of data, that tends to help back off control net when it's getting a little handsy with your stuff. And like as you use control net more, you'll understand what I'm saying. But like sometimes control net can take too much control. So instead of just controlling the overall strength, you can actually control when it grabs on and when it lets go of the thing. So what it'll do here is it'll start dreaming for the first 12.5% of the steps, and then control net will engage. It'll do the head control net stuff for that step run, and then when it gets to about 65% of the way in, it'll let go and let it dream. So yeah, ControlNet and AnimateDiff are on different paths. So ControlNet and AnimateDiff technically run at the same time, Frank. ControlNet is on the conditioning and AnimateDiff is on the model. So yeah, to visualize that better, they're kind of like this. They're sort of running in tandem in this step, and then this is happening. So this happens before on the model, then we hit it here, but there's no conditioning through AnimateDiff, so there's really no putting it before or after. It just sort of exists on the same chain. But I am putting it after IP adapters, yes.
That's a question I have for you, Pers, is some workflows have the AnimateDiff occurring before the IP adapter, and then you have it going after. Like, is there any like pros and cons that you know of into doing it in such a way?
In my brain, I think that establishing the style and then sending it through AnimateDiff makes more sense than trying to establish the style after AnimateDiff. But I don't even know if it works that way. Like, it might not actually matter. I have not done proper A/B testing. So maybe that's something we should do now, is pop the same seed and plug them in either way and see if the video is any different. That's actually a good idea. Let's do that. So let's just make a copy of this one so we have we can remember what it looked like, and then I will just wire it in so that we go model from the efficient loader into diff, out of diff into IP adapters, out of IP adapters into our K-sampler. No, into our deep shrink into our K-sampler. Okay. So this should be backwards, and oh, hold on. I want to actually make sure we incremented. So I want to go back to fixed. I want to go back to the same seed.
All right, now this way you have AnimateDiff, correct?
Yeah, it's
But,
just yeah.
Okay.
We can move them. Let's move them.
Yep.
This is actually what it's doing now.
For sure.
Oh, what happened to y'all? Oh, what did I do? That's not good. Okay, so you guys can come up here. And then this go here. Oh, I love that. I am a huge fan of whatever that is. Okay. Can you chill now? Thank you. Oh.
Whoop.
God damn. All right, let's just gently move this up. Make sure it doesn't overlap. What is this?
Yeah, we just grabbed everything.
Where's the rest of where's the Oh, they're hidden. Oh my god. What a mess. I'm still missing one. You like hiding? I'm here somewhere, man. Where's my motion LoRa loader? It's connected. What the motion LoRa? Oh.
Well, there it is. Yep, I see it.
Are. Okay. This was stupid.
Wow.
All right, so let's get all that stuff in a pile. All right. Up here. Okay. That was ridiculous. All right. So this is oh, I must have removed the other one. That's fantastic. So it looks exactly the same.
It does.
Ish. Slightly
yeah,
different.
slight difference.
Yeah.
But not enough to like, at least for me, to like make or break that this is the right way. Or I mean, we can try one more time though.
Okay, so this is the old one, this is the new one. Let's sync them up. Yeah. Huh.
So the one on the right was your original way, correct?
Yeah. Is it even the same clothes the whole time? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the only difference I see is that little like smoke cloud coming out of the mountains.
That could honestly still be a different seed too. Like I'm not 100% sure I nailed the seed thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it might not matter. It might not actually matter.
Yeah. Well, good to know.
It is good to know. Cool. ADIF. Yeah, beauty.
Yeah, I've always wondered that.
I still feel like we can fix this with depth, but I don't know, man. It's like something's still weird. Like I was getting much better results the other night, and I cannot figure out why. Let's get depth back in the mix. Depth, regular depth. We use depth anything. Here. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna start trying my thing here with JBoog's workflow. Don't click over yet. But at least we got the files ready now.
Okay. Let's turn head off and see what depth does at those settings. I should probably jump the seed because I think we only changed ControlNet. Oh no, I changed the video too, so. Ooh, do I have the ocean? Hey Taz, yeah, you didn't miss anything really. We're just playing with the old workflows that I had that had IPAdapter and switching them out and that kind of stuff. You can get these updated workflows on my Discord, so don't even sweat it. Where in the hell is that? Do you think I have enough stuff in my input folder? Good lord. Might not catch it from the name. I don't think it's the apple. Ocean, 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 ocean. I'll never find it.
Pers, I got a super quick question, really easy. If you are able to glance at my screen, you can see I've got these two different ballet IP adapters. Should I use one of each, or should I just make them the same?
Let me pull up your screen real quick. Patches screen. Sorry, what are you trying to do?
I've just got, this is the foreground character IP adapter. I'm wondering if I should use these two different ones or just pick one of them and use it for both. This is just for the foreground character.
His is set up to combine, so you can combine them. It's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm just wondering which one do you think it'll give a better see that you can see the ballerina. They're like pretty similar in shape, which is cool.
I think the bottom one will work better because the contrast.
And the legs are crossed either.
Yeah. I think the top one might hurt more than it helps, but maybe not. Cool. It's hard to say. You never really know what IP adapter is going to pull out of it too, so it's like, you gotta test it.
Okay, thank you.
Oh yeah, for your share.
You can go back to yours. I'm still getting everything dialed in.
Ooh, this is looking better. Here we go. This is the kind of stuff I was getting.
Oh, flip it back to your screen though, I think.
Yeah, I did. You're just delayed.
Gee.
You can also see what I'm doing on my screen in real time on Discord if you double click on.
Oh yeah, it's literally next to me. I just wasn't looking.
Oh. Everybody messages me when I'm live. I don't get it. Like, nobody talks to me all day, and then it's just like 50 messages while I'm live. Don't you people know I'm on YouTube? Okay, this is so much better. All right, we can cook with this. All right, let's go a little more. Let's do 96 frames. Need a cool picture for the ground, though. Kinds of weird stuff. Looking for a very specific picture. Come on. There it is. There we go. I love how much you can do with Comfy. Like the amount of processing we're doing here. We're creating 2 control nets. We're ripping this stuff. We're doing compositing. You know, like fantastic. I just wish it could deal with large batches of videos better, like larger videos. It sucks at it.
Speaking of which, let's just say is there a way to incrementally load video?
Oh, absolutely. Like in this case, right? I'm doing 96 frames, but I started at frame 100. So I can do a batch of like 500 frames, and then I skip 500 frames, do another batch, skip 1,000 frames, do another batch of 500, and then just go and take those videos and stitch them together and resolve later or whatever you use.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
but it still requires manual intervention, basically.
Yeah, there's a batch manager. So I think you can tell it I want 500 frames per batch, and then when you hit it, it'll just do them in batches of 500.
Okay.
So you don't have to do it manually, I don't think, but I haven't tried this, so
no worries.
I'm not sure if that's exactly what that's for or not. But
yeah, I'll test that on my own.
It feels like it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's handy. That's new. We got a video info out. That's very handy. Oh, cool. So we can get info about the source version. We can get info about the loaded version, which is the one that's like 96 frames at this size. We can get info about either from this node. Very, very cool.
Both. Okay.
See, that's handy because we had this other node called get image count. And that's how we would get frames counts of stuff. But yeah, that video info stuff is fantastic. That's very handy. Width, height, duration, frame count, FPS. Is this done already? No. What the hell? Oh, I think it just did the math. Yeah, just hit the K sampler.
What'd you do differently about your depth that it finally got the subject looking right?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I think I think it's just these particular settings. I think we just kind of nailed it there with the 50% strength, starting it at about 12.5% and ending it at about 65. I had it at like 0 to 5 at like full, and it was just taking over too much.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do for my IPAdapter Plus file? Yeah, it's just not like in my IPAdapter model load node. What am I supposed to do that's different than the last time?
Use the unified loader.
This should be all the new nodes already, all updated. It's just saying that my file is not cool.
It's probably just named wrong then. So go to your models IPAdapter folder. So it's in models IPAdapter. So what's it called in your folder?
The one I used to use was this plus SD15 bin. You can see right here it's saying required input is missing. Where is it? Right here, IPAdapter file.
I'm trying to
not 5.
Sorry, I got 55 windows. Okay, I'm not in IPAdapter -plus. Is that exactly what your file name is called? Like rename your file to that.
Yeah, it is. That is the name.
Huh. Is it possible that's not the folder?
You're in a Comfy Models IPAdapter?
Yep.
Is it supposed to go into...
Or no, I'm not. I'm in custom nodes, comfy models. Is this supposed to
That's
go
why,
in the...
yes, they moved
in
that.
order to get
So-
mines
Okay.
working, it's
Got
it's a
it.
different directory for the new
So
one.
Okay,
just grab all of those. Just grab
Okay.
all those files.
Yeah, and then move them over.
Yeah, and then just Control C.
Oh, look here,
or
it says
Control
legacy
X.
directory do not use. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just copy them and then pop them in models IP adapter.
Awesome. Okay.
So I thought
easy
that's a
breezy.
folder you were in. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's crazy.
Yeah, they also put you notice they at the very top there they put the AnimateDiff stuff in there now too. The motion models and the LoRa's go in there now too.
There's no IP adapter folder. Should I just make one?
Yeah, it's IP adapters. I think. Let me check.
It's just IP adapter. I had the same issue you did,
Yes,
Patches.
it's IP adapter. All one. No S. No
That
S.
is annoying. Okay, cool. Let's try it.
Right.
Thank you.
But yeah, you should work after that.
Yeah, let's go. See what error we get this time. Oh, all right, it's gone.
Nice.
And we're off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that node is way better now. Yes. You guys all use 1.5 for video animation? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
HotShot's
Yeah,
cool, but that 8-frame context window just makes me sad.
What is that? The 8-frame context window. What's that about? I haven't used HotShot.
Oh, so well, in AnimateDiff, the context window is 16 frames, right? So you get 16 frames of motion for each context. With a HotShot's only got 8. So the context window is half the size, so it shifts twice as fast. Like it shifts context twice as often, basically. So it takes a lot more ControlNet. Yeah, it takes like a lot more compositional control to keep it from just like wilding out all the time.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of noisy in general, and like I got some good results with lightning, like running 4-step lightning with HotShot at like a lower res. Actually looks pretty cool. So I think there's definitely potential there. I just 8-frame context just
that's what kills it for you. Yeah. Which it would kill it for me because that's
things just
defeats
change
the
too
purpose.
much.
It defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to accomplish with it.
Yeah, consistency is tough with ADiff, but it's even harder with HotShot for sure. Yeah, I'm pretty blown away at how good this is, actually.
Well, it is diffusing, so we'll see what happens. I just did a 50-frame test.
Nice. What did I do? 96 frames? That's a lot of frames.
Patches, you keeping it goth or you taking it?
Well, I have these 3D printer filament things that were perfect, and they're already ballerinas. So I don't know that it's gonna stay goth, but it's just sort of a test, and we're here anyway.
Stay goth,
2D,
Stay
like
goth.
a bunch of 2024 people. I'm trying to do 3D like a 2030 person.
Yeah. Yeah, I do 4D design.
Hell yeah. You have a Quest 3 purse, or have you used one?
I have a 2. I haven't tried a 3 yet.
They're awesome. The 2 sucks.
Yeah, I know. It's too late. I should have sold my 2 like a year ago.
How much does that go for the 3? Like 500?
The 3 with all the accessories, it's like $650.
Whew,
It just dropped the 2 to 200 at Walmart. I don't recommend it, but it's crazy how cheap it is.
Yeah. That's probably why it's so cheap.
Yeah, that's pretty whack. Dang, that looks good, Purse. That looks cool on your screen.
Yeah, that's nailed it. That's the
Like the smoke on the
seconds.
mountain.
Smoke on the mountain.
Which IP adapter mode did you use?
None of your business, dude. Jesus.
I'm trying to copy your settings.
Plus.
Wow, bro.
Well, sorry, I meant the weight type. The weight type.
Oh, that just live linear, straight. Everything's normal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't even get that far. Oh. I think my computer's crashing.
No.
Yeah, that would suck.
GPU and VRAM are just thoroughly pegged right now. I think it's because it's VAE decoding 96 frames.
Oh no.
If I go offline, it's been really fun, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the culture.
I'm just gonna wait this out and let it hang. I got your screen up anyway, Patches.
Oh yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm not seeing the foreground character, but we'll find out. It's almost
We shall
there.
see. Looks like it'll be cool either way.
Yeah, this is an old IP adapter. It was too chaotic for a foreground person. So if something's broken here and it's not like doing the invert correctly, then yeah, it's gonna be jank. But that's all right. It's all uncharted territory.
My poor computer. I don't know why it's so mad though. It's not really a very big video. Must be just hit the wall with having multiple cameras and multiple streams and all the
things.
All the things.
Oh crap, I left the high res fix on.
Oh no.
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 Alright, we're gonna cancel this. You know, we got time for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too brutal with 50 frames, but it's definitely take longer than because you're still testing, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, and it's still brutal for sure.
Mine's still just pegged. It's definitely VAE decoding and it's definitely swapping to system RAM. When 24 gigs isn't enough.
Sad, ain't it?
Yeah. I just can't afford a 40 gig VRAM card.
Yeah, and even that's still not enough at times.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah, like if we truly want to go HD with this stuff, none of us can do it. Like we can upscale stuff that's okay, but none of us are generating at like, you know, high res.
Yeah. No.
Although that might change soon. Did you guys see the new model that's dropping? PixArt Sigma. Inference at 4K.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Codes out, models have not dropped yet. They say by April 10th we'll have it.
Yeah, sure.
Wink.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I had to turn the temperature off on my Chris nodes. It was scaring me. I didn't like to see it. I'd rather just feel it.
Oh yeah, there it is. 67, 66, 67. Yeah, for some reason it looks like it's only doing my background. I'm gonna have to talk to JBoog about that.
Oh, we could probably debug it. Let's have a
No,
look.
it's all right. It's still. I'm gonna let it finish first because I had to redo it because the high res fix. But yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I'm pretty much 3D only right now. I was just doing this for fun because we're here. Yeah, he'll often just like forget to plug something in, like initially.
Blah 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 blah. This is dying. Come on, man. Thing is, there's like no progress bar or nothing. I have no idea how long this is going to take to VAE decode.
Even with the progress bar, it's not even like accurate most of the time.
Yeah. Okay. It's funny because I can't stop the job, and I also last time I killed Comfy while it was doing this, and that's what made my computer shut down.
It's like
I'm
froze, right?
literally
Yeah.
stuck. Yeah, I'm literally
Yeah.
stuck.
Sheesh.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, no, I got you. I don't blame you, man.
I think I'm just rendering too big for life.
I see those errors a lot. Those warnings a lot. Do
Which
they mean
one?
anything or have any effects? Essentially, that's
Which
really
warning?
the question. If you go back about your torch size to the terminal.
Oh, let me hide patch the screen for a second. In Pinocchio, yeah.
Yeah,
If that's a ControlNet thing, I don't know what that problem is.
I just never knew if it like bypassed some of the ControlNet options in some way with those ones, but
maybe. But it seems to be doing what I wanted, so I don't
cool.
know. Yeah,
Good.
I'm not sure what that error means, but I have seen it. And I know it's a
For sure.
warning because it's still definitely control netting something.
Cool. Right, like if it works, it works. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know what it means. It feels like it's the images that are going into ControlNet are too big.
Oh.
That's my guess.
Y'all,
Like,
it worked.
We're feeding it too much.
Oh, you got it to work,
yeah, the only reason
yeah,
it was showing the
nice,
background
because she's
is
not
because,
in the scene at the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning. Look at that. That's the
Fantastic.
3D printer filament. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
It did it. Yeah, it's definitely filament. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Nice one.
Right, well, I guess we gotta see how the high res fix looks now. It's gonna be like a billion minutes.
I mean, I can't see what you have, but like, what was the fix for
here,
what
I'll
you're?
just send it to you. Or sorry, what's your question?
Yeah, send it to me so I can see it as reference. But I was just curious, like, what was the fix to your issue?
Oh no, there was no issue. It was that the beginning of my video, the character's not on the screen, and she power slides in. So the initial like frame it was showing in the K sampler obviously only had the background because she wasn't there.
Got it. That makes sense.
Cool. But yeah, I'll send you the little render.
But yeah. Let me see what you see, the little clip. Thank you.
Well, it's sending that. It's only 12 megabytes. It'll be so.
I got you.
Bloopy bloop, bloopy bloop.
Cool. All right, yeah. So once this high res fix finishes, I actually have to run to REI, but I think that'll take like 25 minutes. So get to hang out a little bit longer.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna
Nice.
shut this down after a bit. I think we've been at this for probably a little too long now.
Yeah, like 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, this has been really fun. We should definitely do this again soon.
No, thanks for inviting us. I wasn't sure what I'd have to add since I'm not doing 2D much anymore, but
not at all.
I was able to just like hop in with a little commentary, and yeah, no, this is good. I'm glad we did this, and thanks for inviting us.
For sure.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, appreciate you, Purs. I'm probably gonna hop off so I can get some food.
Yeah, I think we'll just end it now. But I really appreciate you guys coming out. Do you guys have anything you want to plug right now before we cut it? You want to talk about your YouTubes, Instagrams, all that stuff, and shout out your socials and all that so people can follow you?
I want Legends Fashion Show to blow up.
Yeah. Same
Did you
here.
Get that link, Legend?
Yeah, we'll chop it up after this, so then that way I can kind of make sure I have the link and get access to it and stuff. Because I really want your feedback on the thumbnail aspect of things too.
Oh, did you make one already?
Not yet. I plan on doing it after.
Nice. All right, well, after you get food and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'll go first so Legend can close it out. But yeah, I'm at PatchesFlows everywhere. And I'm going to build my own venue in the metaverse in the next 3 years. And it's going to be awesome. So come party. And I'll see y'all out there. How about you, Legend?
Yo, thank you for having me. Again, I'm the Legend. You can find me on Instagram, LGNDVFX, pretty much the name across all platforms. And I'm excited to pursue the future of fashion, set the tone, and then get you guys involved. So let's get it.
Right on. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for being great guests. And thanks to everybody who hung out and watched us mess around with IP adapters for 3.5 hours. Thanks for hanging out over the stream when it broke too. That was really cool. Everybody came on to the next stream. That's great. So I'll slice these 2 videos together, and I'll drop the episode and the condensed versions and all that crap. Hit the Patreon, hit the Discord, pick up these workflows. All the workflows are free. Supporters get access to a special channel on my Discord, and I will be working on some custom motion LoRa's for my supporters and some mask packs that are exclusive to supporters only. So yeah.
Which are amazing, by the way. I love those.
Yeah, they'll be like super fun building blocks for you guys to make stuff with. I was struggling for a long time to figure out what to offer supporters because I don't want to gatekeep information. But I figured gatekeeping convenience is a cool thing to do. So the assets that I make, the things that you guys want to play with, I'll teach you how to do it. But, you know, if you want just play with the masks, then just join the Discord or join the Patreon as a supporter. And we'll get you that stuff. And you can just get going right away. But then you can also use the workflows and use the tutorials to do it yourself. So, yeah, all options are open to you. Have a great night. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Patches.
First, can I hit him with the final sign-off?
Sure.
Hey now, I'm just trying to get to the metaverse.
Which way to the metaverse, man?
Hey, Purs, you're amazing. You're inspirational.
Yeah,
appreciate the knowledge that you're willing to share with the community. And yeah, I look forward to the next time.
Yeah, thanks, guys. We'll get you on again real soon.
Absolutely.
Have a great night, everybody. Drive safe.